Instead of 30 years to pay off one property, now it takes you 21 years to pay off all three properties. Hello everybody. In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can organize your property's mortgages and how you can pay them off faster. When you have too many things going on and too many properties to manage, the first thing for you to do is you just have to lay them out and evaluate them by value so you can tackle them one by one faster. In order to pay off a mortgage faster, we still have to stick with the old-fashioned way, which is paying extra money towards the principal. You can pay extra week, bi-weekly, monthly, depend on your financial situation. For us, we paying extra money monthly. But the key thing is you have to focus paying off the property with the lowest loan amount first. Once you get that done, you can use the income that is generated from that property to pay forward to the next one. And it just have the ripple effects down the line across all of the properties. Recently, my husband and I was able to transfer our daughter to a different school from a daycare, and it's helped to free up a little bit money every month for us to decide what to do. And I thought about paying it towards the mortgage for the rental property that we own. But that property has such a low loan amount and low interest rate. Compared to the other property that we own, it has higher loan amount, higher interest rate. We're paying so much interest for that second property. And I just don't know which is the better decision to go about. So I decided to create an amortization schedule spreadsheet, my own version of amortization schedule, which combine both properties together so I can have a better vision on how to tackle them. And I'm going to show you guys how the spreadsheet look like, how everything got calculated in there. You can actually get the amortization schedule from your mortgage servicing company, but that version is not enough for us or for what we need. That's why I create another version for ourselves. Before we go into the spreadsheet, I just want to tell you about a fact that I learned from there. Once I follow paying off the property with lower loan amount, use that income to tackle for the next one. After 15 years, I could completely pay off for both properties. The other way around, we try to tackle the interest amount because I would consider whether to or not to pay for the high interest loan first. Usually it's better because we can save a lot of money. But when I compare focusing on paying off the high interest loan, high interest, bigger loan amount, after 15 years, we'll still be able to pay that off, but we still owe money on the other property because the other property have 30-year loan term. So, well, it's better to go with the other decision. Let's go straight into the spreadsheet and I'll show you how it looks like. So here you can see there's many different tabs. I create the same spreadsheet for different properties. And this is the summary tab here. Combined all properties together. All the yellow section are what we key in, the information of the properties. So, and then down here, you have payment number, which is 360 payment number, about 30 years, normal 30 years term. And you have payment date, I'll just go with, let's say, October 1st of 2024. And then you have starting balance, interest payment, and then ending balance. Now, let's go with the first property. As I say, we'll tackle the property with the lowest loan amount, then the second lowest loan amount, and so on and so on. Let's say this property, the interest rate is 2.8. Number of years is 30 years term. Payment per year is 12. Loan amount, let's say 300K. home. This is the payment, monthly payment amount here. This is monthly rate, but the rate divided by 12, we can have monthly rate. And this is number of payment, 360, which is what we see down here. This is that. And we started October 1st. Everything started here. After we key everything in, everything got populated down. Because I put the formula underneath here already, so that's why it's populated by itself. When we copy everything down, not sure why it stopped right here. Okay, one way to check is the ending balance after 360 payments will be 0. That's how you know the calculation is correct. On this side, same property, you just want to see same property, same calculation, except we added additional payment amount. So I'm putting, this is monthly. So we want to see, let's say if we put 1,000 extra per month on top of what we are paying monthly over here already. You can see it here. We pay 1,000 extra on top of what we are already paying, and then using this one, copy it down. All right. You see, this is, you didn't see anything populate, and when you see that the ending balance doesn't stop here because it's populated by the sales right here. But you can see here, I have the formula here. If anything is lower than 0, it will not populate, and all the formula up here will follow the value on this side. And you will see this is number of year to pay off. You see, if you put an additional 1,000 towards the principal, towards the principal monthly, it's only take you 13 years or roughly 14 years to pay off the house for a 30 years long term. But let's say if you changing it to 1,500, it will lower it down to 11 years. And whenever you change the amount here, it will change accordingly to what you pay extra per month. Let's say I put it here, you pay an extra 2,000 per month. Then you will pay off this property after 9 years. Then we move on to the next one. Let's see, I want to see when we pay this off. So you will finish paying this off by June of 2030. After 9 years, you can see here, the balance went down to negative. That's when you already paid off. So you don't have to worry about that. Then we use this mark, this date. Let's say you pay off this house on June 2033. Then whatever extra money you make from this house, let's say you make $3 grand from renting the house, and you started to use that money towards to the next property on June 1st, 2033. Now move over here. The next one, same thing, but we tackled the second lowest loan amount, let's see, this one, our interest rate is 4.5%. The 30 years long term, 12 payments per year, and the amount is 550,000. Oh, like that. Same thing, double check. Yes, ending on down to 0. Over here, we just copy down the formula. Okay, now we fill in the I say instead of like extra payment monthly, so I put it as income from property 1. So you use the income from property 1. You can let's say you have 3,000 from the rent payment per month from the property 1. You can use whichever amount you want. Let's say I'll just put straight 3,000. If you do Airbnb, the amount could be higher. It could be $4,000 a month or $4,500 a month. Let's just use $3,000 a month for this. And from property 1, we paid it off June 2033. And we're starting to pay forward this house July 2033. 3,000. That one. That. And we copy it down. Now over here it's already populated. We don't have to we don't have to worry about anything below. We can check by 2041 we already paid this off here. But it would take about 17 years to pay off this house. Remember, we already stacked 2 properties together. It would take you, let's see, 9 years, the first 9 years to pay off the first one already. Now, it would take you an additional, about, how many payments over here? 94 divided by 12. Another 8 years to pay this off. So yeah, 16 years is for both properties, because in this calculation you already stack both property together. Now let's do another practice. Let's say we are done with the second property by April 2041. Move on to the next property. The next property have the higher interest rate, which is 7%, 30-year loan, 12 payment per year, and the amount is, let's say, 900K then. 900K. All right. Copy everything down. Okay. The second property is done. Now, additional payment amount, we do it income from prop 1 plus 2. Okay. And let's say you make 4,000 from the second home. Add on top with 3,000 from the first home. So we have $7,000 extra. Don't worry about this. You just have to take this off. This, the other one stopped by 20, I believe. The other one stopped by 2041. April 2041. 2041 right here. And we're starting to pay extra on this one, May 2041. This already changed. And you see that this is the stack up of years across property 1, 2, and 3. This 21 years is yes, it will take 21 years to pay off this house because we pay this off the last. But during that 21 years, the first 16 years you will already pay off the first 2 properties, and it would take you an extra this is 57 payment. 57 payment. It will take you an extra about 5 years to pay off this house as well. So if you see that once you organize this a little bit better, you have a better vision of what you own. So now in this one has the summary of all properties, long-term 30 years. This is interest rate for each one. You see we tackle from the lowest interest rate. I think I should add loan amount here. So you see the comparison here. So now we tackle from the lowest loan amount to the highest loan amount. It's take roughly 9 years to pay this off, to pay off the first one, another 8 years to pay off the second one, and another 5 years to pay off the third one. So the total to pay off all of these properties is 21 years. As I say, this 21 years is, yes, it takes that long to pay off these properties, but at the same time, during that 21 years, you already pay off these 2 properties already. So it's not the total of these 3 to pay these 3 off, no. Just the last one. That's why I say I put a note to it. Number of years to pay off all the properties. Remember, all of the properties. This value will be the number of years to pay off with additional payment, column D. Column E now. For your last calculated property, for your last, which is this one, and it would take you 21 years to pay off all 3 of these properties. And the interest rate you save across all these properties for 21 years is roughly about 500K. Is that awesome? Like, instead of 30 years to pay off one property, now it takes you 21 years to pay off all 3 properties. Faster and more efficient way to manage and to go about it or to invest. I hope this video is helpful, and I hope to see y'all in the next video.